What a weekend it's been already. One more to get through on this Monday night, and we are underway here in the wild card round. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. They'll be led out by a former Pro Bowl quarterback out of the University of Georgia, Matthew Stafford.
And I have to believe at his age, you savor situations like this because nobody knows better than he does that getting to the playoffs is simply not that easy. This is where he's got to call upon all of his knowledge of all the games he's played in the past, draw from it, and find a way to win a game. Because not only do you want to savor getting there, you also want to have success as well.
But, Charles, you think about their impressive record, and then you look on the screen and see some of these injuries. That makes what they've done all that more impressive.
And when one of their starters or one of their key guys can't play, they miss him, but they just say, get well. We'll hold the fort until you get back, and the next person steps up into that void. This team has done a nice job all year long. No excuses, just performance.
It's a gain of 15, and the Rams have a first down.
Good running right there. And this is a man who was a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances, and he picks up nice yardage on that one.
They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And he finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2. This is 2nd and 8. Stafford now to throw. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
And that's the knowledge you gain from being in this league for a long time. He's learned the hard way when to give up and fight another down. And that's a smart move to throw it away.
To throw is Stafford. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the Viking offense making their way out. They'll be led out by a Southern California kid. Played his college ball in L.A. at USC. At quarterback, it's Sam Darnold. They'll come out throwing here on first down. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Now it's Darnold. They're going back to the same well. It's Hockenson again. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive. Well, they told us that he was just going to be a bear to defend, and usually tight ends are, Charles, but he's no exception to that rule. His 2nd catch of the opening possession, and it gets him a first down.
Yeah, and they certainly saw something on his earlier reception. He went back and reported what he found. And one of the things about him, he's like a wide receiver to me, Brandon. He has a great sense of space and understanding where defenders are.
Yeah, we talk all the time, Charles, and it kind of gets cliche about the hands that he has, but really it's the truth. For a tight end, some of the best hands in the game. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Darnold. That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And he'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too. Now the toss to Jones, running right. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Darnold now to throw. Middle of the field to Jefferson. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. So 1st and goal and an opportunity for our first points in this wild card game. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 9-yard touchdown there. And the Vikings will strike first here in this wild card matchup. An ideal start for them, really. You force the punt, and then you go down and score.
And you've got to see a fist pump on the sideline from the head coach, don't you? Because he's turned into his bench, and he's telling his team, this is how we prepare. Force the punt, go downfield and score. I told you guys, it's just like a boxer in the gym preparing for the fight. Now we get to turn it all loose.
Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Minnesota's kick team ready, and the Vikings boom it away. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. I guess you could say they're kind of fortunate to be in the position that they're in, able to host as a division champ, because it's really one of the weakest divisions in the NFL.
And there's often the discussion every time, right, that fourth seed, should they actually be hosting? Because sometimes it turns out that division winner has a lesser record than wild card teams that get in, and some people think that'd be a more fair way of doing things. But I got to tell you, I personally like it. The winning a division title, I don't care what the division, how it's ranked, it still means something to me, and I like the fact that they get to host.
I think that that's the reason you have the divisions. If you didn't just stack them all up and take the best 6 records, but there's a division for a reason, and the champion hosts the first round.
And the first rule of thumb in building a team, build a team to win your division. Beat those teams first, then you go from there.
Stafford. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Rams with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it facing a 2nd and long situation. Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brings up 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Cooper Kupp, 43 yards. And the Rams are an extra point away from drawing level.
They went 5 wide in that offensive set. And racing, going 3 wide's a big deal. To go 5, how about the way that they finish things off?
Did you just fit a race car reference into the game?
Zoom, zoom. How about the way that you play? When you go 5 wide, that means you're going fast now.
Zoom, zoom indeed. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it ends with Cooper Kupp on the receiving end of the touchdown pass. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Sam Darnold leading the offense out for their next possession. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Looked like the screen pass was taken away there, but what a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
To throw is Darnold. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
Darnold. That's down the field for Jefferson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a third and long.
For a rookie first-rounder, he's made a huge impact on this defense, but that tells me that they had a plan for him when they drafted him. Just turn him loose, do what you do best, go get the quarterback.
The Rams go nickel here defensively on third. Back to throw, Darnold. And that is incomplete.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just one first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
Now on fourth down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down to those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Going up top for Kupp. And that's caught inside the 35. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. A big play there for LA. 62 yards.
They made that way too easy for them. No one is supposed to be that open against an NFL defense. Once he caught the ball, there wasn't anybody close enough to stop it. And he was able to continue downfield after making the catch.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Here's Stafford. This will be caught at about the 5. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 12 more yards there and another first down. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. So 3 plays already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. They go power. This is Johnson, the fullback. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Rams have taken the lead. And, boy, that was a heavy set. I think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show you heavy set, bootleg it out. Nah. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it ends with a 1-yard touchdown run. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Minnesota's offense takes over possession. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe we can get this game tied up.
That one will set them back nearly 10 yards here on first down of the sack.
How about that? Defensive coordinator perfectly in sync, dials up a blitz, and the man in the middle, he's the one who gets home.
Big Mike.
Big Mike.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Now Darnold. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on first down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
On 3rd down, here's Jones. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
So on 4th down, on is the punter, Ryan Wright.
A big kick, 50 yards that time with a return of 4. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10.
And we're going to look at Cooper Kupp as the Rams offense gets ready to take over possession.
Making his presence felt early in this one. First half, already over the century mark.
How about the yards per completion, too? That's a pretty darn good number there. Number of catches, but his shredding defense is getting big yardage with each and every one of them.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Now Stafford. That'll be caught by Kupp. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
And that was a heck of a play there on the outside.
Partner, sometimes I think on a play like this as a corner, you've got to think to yourself, all I got to do is slow him down so others can come over and support. But in this case, he said, forget that. I've got this. Sorry you had to make the run for nothing, fellas.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. 9 seconds to play, likely the final snap of the first half as it's 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, once again, thank you. What a 3 days it has been. Just one more half of football remains on this Monday night in Super Wildcard Weekend. We'll get started up at Lincoln Financial Field in Philly, where it was the visiting Packers who were able to come in and win this one on the road. Josh Jacobs, a touchdown run in the victory. The Rams got a nice throwback performance from their veteran quarterback, Matthew Stafford. He was on point, throwing a touchdown pass to help his guys take the lead into the break.
Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this 3rd quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Now the Vikings offense set to go to work to begin this 3rd quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. And what's the game plan, Charles, for the 2nd half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Here's Darnold. Going underneath, he's got Hockenson. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Fifth catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. It used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but more mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
From the 39, Darnold finds his man. There's Jordan Addison.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
They'll try and run for it with Jones.
And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43.
13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Those are the type of runs that we did not see from him in the first half, but a good start to the third quarter.
And I know what everyone's thinking that's watching this. They did a great job adjusting at the half. Oftentimes you don't make adjustments. You just dial into your game plan a little bit better, and maybe they're starting to make some headway.
Rolling to his right. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll look to throw.
Slant route, and he's got Addison.
Touchdown, Vikings!
Jordan Addison.
37 yards.
And the Vikings are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 14. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And Jordan Addison capped it off with a touchdown catch.
Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half.
Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
They'll try to get this running game going with Williams. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35.
55 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
23 yards on the play.
That's really good play design right there, and it's one that comes down to the offensive line. It's a deep in route, but it's only going to work if that line gives you time in the pocket to wait for the route to develop. Mission accomplished there as they pick up the first down.
Here's Stafford. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he takes us just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
First and 10 at the 24-yard line.
Now Stafford. Short throw, it's Higbee. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
They'll fake the give. Now Stafford. Well, this is caught by Williams.
And the Rams are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. All square, 14 apiece to score as we get ready for the fourth quarter. Now it's Stafford. Toward the pylon, caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. 2-2 Atwell. A 9-yard touchdown, Brown. And the Rams answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth. Now the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So the drive there took 6 plays, and the result for the Rams, a touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. They trail by a touchdown here in the fourth quarter. Their season, to be frank, it's on the line right now in this wild card matchup. And obviously points are a must here as they begin 1st and 10. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a 1st down. They'll fake the handoff. Now Darnold. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up to the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
Faking the give. Darnold. He lets one go. Deep for Addison. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Yeah, to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed. Unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Rams offense and Matthew Stafford set to take over once again. And as we show you some of the highlights from earlier, he has been instrumental in getting his guys the lead as he looks to finish strong and close this one out. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. And this a very important drive leading in the fourth quarter of this wild card game. But this one far from over as they start out here 1st down. Going to be taken in here by Nakua. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down. Back to throw, Stafford. Pass complete there to Nakua. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
Well, if you like the matchup and that connection works to start the drive, no reason to go away from it. Let that defense prove that they can stop you. And here, it's 2 throws and 2 1st downs.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 47. Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams.
61 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on, because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. From the gun, here's Stafford. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 32-yard line.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
They'll fake the jet sweep and instead give up the middle to Williams.
And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. Second and long, but you got to figure this almost certainly another run.
He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball.
Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
A 51-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So that one, CD, going to make the road back a lot more difficult.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. You know they were praying on the other sideline for a miss, because now, as you pointed out, a very difficult road. Down 2 scores. You don't just need a touchdown. You need a chain of events to go your way. You've got to score, somehow get the ball back, and score again. The odds of that happening, not great in your favor.
So Sam Darnold in the offense. Down 24-14. Just over a minute 40 to play. It's certainly a tough situation on the road, needing 2 scores to stay alive in the playoffs as they come up 1st and 10. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. The wise move there, looked like nobody open, now 2nd down.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Now Darnold.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Completes this to Jefferson.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game. Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion. So I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams' 36.
Here's Darnold.
And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete.
Ooh, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle, so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
He's got his tight end over the middle, T.J. Hockenson.
A big play here, 3rd and 2. Darnold. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down.
Second down, goal to go.
One last throw now for Darnold. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Problem for them, they needed that score with a little more time left on the clock. I think just too little too late now.
I would agree with that, and we're programmed never to say never. But in this case, we're asking a lot for them to even think they have a chance.
Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. A 10-play drive that time. And it all culminates in a touchdown for Minnesota. So with a second to play, they essentially need a recovery and a run back. And the Rams have got it. And that should just about seal this one. And Charles, on the losing side of things, you know, they didn't come in here as the favorite to these playoffs, but they came in with a lot of hope and anticipation. Tough to have that all snuffed out so quickly.
It really is. You're one of 12 teams when the playoffs begin that still has a chance to win the Super Bowl. So that's pretty darn good. And as you often talk about, a lot of hope when the playoffs start. Well, that ended for them. But when they look back, they'll have a lot to be proud of and see if they turn the page towards the next season.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Los Angeles.